It is Mailbag Day, ladies and gentlemen. And on today's episode, we got to talk about some things that make this thing interesting. So, on today's episode, the question is, should Tyler Warren be an option for the Chicago Bears at 10 now that we've seen some moves happen in free agency to shore up some spots? Ooh, wee! Y'all know we gonna talk about it and break it down, but you gotta hear the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
If you ain't rocking to the intro before we come in and break it out, I don't know what you're doing, man.
I'll put a whole routine on.
You feel me? You that motherfucker be But hey, welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Cdub. What's the word, my gang?
What up, nephew? What's the word? It is the weekend, bro.
It is the weekend. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, Cdub, the Chicago Bears, they went out there and they traded for Jonah Jackson. They traded for Joe Tooney. They signed Grady Jarrett. They signed Dio OMG, is what some of my Bears fans is gonna call him. But I think it's Dio Oyendimbo. Y'all help me out on that. I'm trying to figure it out. We're gonna get it together as the season goes on. And I hope that we actually learn the name as he's making those plays. That's the only way we're gonna be able to learn the name correctly. Somebody, Cdub, got to be on the live call. That's what we gotta do.
Don't forget about Drew.
Since some of those moves have been made, and picking up the wide receiver to give Caleb Williams another option in the speedster, and Alaminda. Yeah, we gonna work that out. We ain't trying to screw up too many people's names. We gonna work that out too. But Cdub, the number 10 pick has gotten a lot more interesting. There's some speculation along at least us over here, like, hey, it makes Ashton Jeanty a real option at number 10. But another option is starting to hit the waves and getting people talking. I ain't necessarily saying it's going to happen, but it's absolutely an interesting discussion to have. Yeah. So let's have the discussion. Cdub, should tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren, be an option at 10 for the Chicago Bears?
Well, let's just look at the situation. The Chicago Bears have put them in a great situation to probably, if it's the move they want to make, take the best talent available. Now, obviously, when you think about that that path that the Bears that want to take, if they want to take that path of best available talent, you was hoping that would be my guy Ashton Jeanty. Now, if Jeanty, because we're looking at the Raiders, they might come and just be some bums and just ruin the party. Because I'm definitely on the Ashton Jeanty train. That's me, because of all the things we've done in the free agency. Looks like we trust in Braxton Jones. You got Drew Dalman, the two guys that nephew talked about, Thuney and Jackson. It leaves you open to really get the best available talent. Now, let me tell you about Tyler Warren. This guy, I think, is the absolute best offensive player in this draft. Last year, he dropped 1,200 yards receiving for a Penn State team that didn't have much weapons. He was basically probably their only weapon. He can pass protect elite-like, at least in college. He can run block elite-like, at least in college. And he got gloves like a receiver. And he's a mean piece of shit. He's mean. He loves to hit people. People don't love trying to tackle him. I think it would be a great idea. I know we got Cole Kmet. I hear y'all. Let the best man win.
This man. But hey, that man Tyler Warren is 6'6", 250.
Beast.
And he is a monster. You can run him. You can run just about every route you need him to run as a tight end. Like Cdub said, 1,200 yards last season for Penn State, 8 touchdowns. Now, the year prior did only have 34 reception for 422 yards, but was still able to go ahead and put points up with 7 touchdowns with minimal targets. That's crazy. So I'm like, hey, you look at that type of stuff. Now, should he be an option? To everybody's point, the Bears, we came into before free agency, so we holding everybody accountable, including ourselves. We said, or at least me, I hold myself accountable. If Cdub want to agree with me, he can. If the Bears go out and get 2 of the 3 offensive linemen that were hot on the market, you can consider Ashton Jeanty. Fair enough. But we got to look at the other teams around the draft. We can't just assume that guys are just going to fall into our laps. It's a possibility, but it's not guaranteed. Because if I'm looking at it like the Raiders, they need help out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Also need help in pass pro and run pro with the big guys. But nothing convinces me that Ashton Jeanty is off the table by them signing Raheem Mostert to a 1-year deal.
That means nothing.
So Ashton Jeanty is still very well in play at 6 for the Las Vegas Raiders. So if that does happen and you do come into this 10th spot and you got an opportunity to take best available and Will Campbell is gone, I'm just saying, it's a real possibility. I will still prefer trenches. Not going to lie to you. I will still prefer trenches. But am I going to be ticked off by them taking this tight end? No, I ain't going to lie to you. I won't. Because after Will Campbell, most of the big guys up front, you can jam pack them to being 2nd and 3rd round picks or late 1st rounders. And the Bears still got 2 picks in the 2nd round to operate with. I will say this though, C-Dub, before you go. If they do this, that lets me know everything I need to know about how Ben Johnson feel about Cole Kmet. Because if we remember correctly, TJ Hawkinson was a Detroit Lion at one point. TJ Hawkinson got traded to the Vikings, and Sam Laporta took off.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility, but what you think, bro?
Hey, yeah. I honor that, nephew. You could also say the thing about the running back situation about DeAndre Swift. He was traded by Ben Johnson with the Detroit Lions. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna tell you about a time when 2 good tight ends worked, and we can go to the New England Patriots. Rest in peace, Aaron Hernandez and Big Gronk. It worked. They were awesome. It was damn near. What was that? What do y'all call that? 12 personnel. As 12 personnel was absolutely unstoppable with the Patriots.
It sure was.
So it's a chance that it could work. It's a chance that you might, make them compete. What's Cole Kmet's been safe? He's been safe, bro. Let's put a little fire under his ass. A little Tyler Warren. Let's see how tough Cole Kmet is. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Tyler Warren, ain't nobody gonna tell you he ain't tough. Ain't nobody gonna tell you he ain't a beast. Tyler Warren don't like getting tackled. So he offensively going to tackle you before you tackle him. He's one of those beasts. Cole Kmet, not so much. He's a monster. He's Terminator. He's big and all those fucking muscles. But Tyler Warren is a different animal, bro. Different type of beast.
Before we move into the voicemails, is it fair to say that Cole Kmet deserves a chance to bounce back?
Absolutely. 100%. I don't like the way they used him. They had to keep him inside to keep the pass protection, even though it didn't work. He still got sacked the most last season. They kept him in to pass protect. And then when he got out, he didn't get much looks because he had to get the ball out quick. It's going to be an important year for Cole Kmet if this trade, maybe even if it's not, we don't pick up Tyler Warren, even if we don't get him. It's still an important season for Cole Kmet because that last season was a fall off. The arrow went down a little bit, just a little bit. Got to remind us who you are, Cole Kmet.
I agree with that. And last point, I know it's gonna be somebody that comment and say, "Well, the Bears did resign Carlson, tight end Carlson." Yeah, we're not worried about that one. I'm just gonna keep it a grand with you. Not worried about
we
that.
need
One.
bodies. He just
And they did bring in one of Ben Johnson's guy from the Dolphins. Can't remember his name right now, so y'all excuse me on that. But he's more of a blocking tight end. We need a guy that can get busy.
Yeah, bro.
Cole Kmet. It's very important that you get busy this season.
Yes.
But it's interesting. So y'all let us know. Would you be okay taking a tight end early and then, getting some depth in the later rounds at that position at number 10, saying, hey, we taking best available? How would you play it? Because it's interesting. We don't know how this draft gonna go, and we absolutely don't know how Ben Johnson thinks right now. We trying to figure him out, but that motherfucker keep us guessing. I ain't gonna lie to you. He been keeping us guessing a little bit. I'm gonna try to do some more research and try to look into some situations.
Yeah, I figured out that if he don't like you, you getting the fuck out. That's what I figured out.
For sure. But y'all let us know your thoughts and everything down below. We thought it would be a real good conversation to have, but let's continue the conversation down below because now it is time to get into the mailbag. Hey, we're going to kick this thing off, Cdub. This first one is from Tonio.
Tonio.
Hey, it's Bobby Cdub, Steve-O, Tonio calling in. Far as for the draft, outside of grabbing O-line and trench or D-line players in the first couple of rounds, I was thinking about the later rounds where we can grab more skilled players. I know we still picked up Olamide Zaccheaus, but I saw Dante Thornton out of Tennessee. I know Steve-O's a big Oregon guy, and he transferred from Oregon. Is there any insight on him? I think he's like 6'5", 205, and like a 4'3". Caleb even, showed some love on his Instagram feed when he ran. So you think there's a chance that we might be able to grab him in the later rounds? Let me know what you think. Or are there any other big fast targets like the Iowa dude or maybe Jalen Royal? Like I said, I'm not opposed to any of those guys, but definitely interested in your thoughts. Let me know. That's on up. Bear down.
All right. So we heard from my man Tonio. Appreciate the take, bro, and the call. I think that you got to explore all options. I think the speed thing is still a need for the Chicago Bears. You want to have speed guys that can take the top off of a defense, guys that can apply pressure so you can get your top guys an opportunity to make plays like they should. You need more space for DJ Moore to operate. You need and want to see Rome Odunze take off. We talked about Cole Kmet in the earlier parts of this episode. You need him to thrive. You need him to live up to that money that we gave him. Now, if we're talking about some other guys, I do like Jalen Royals and Jalen Noel out of Iowa State. I think he's a talent. I did like Tej Johnson. I still do like him. But Tej man, Johnson is he good. A light wide receiver. He does have some speed on him, though, but in that damn combine, it was a little light. But again, we talk about marrying the workout with the film. Yes. How do the Chicago Bears feel about him? I don't necessarily know. But when I watch the film on a guy like Tej Johnson, I think he can provide the Chicago Bears with some juice. Yes. With some juice. But it's going to have to come down to what the Bears feel like and who that player is can come in and help them.
Yeah, and that's a good observation on Tej Johnson because those one of the guys I really did some deep research on. Tej Johnson, he's very miniature. He's a small guy. I think he weighed 160 or 170.
Bro, he was like 160, bro. It was oof.
But you know what beats all of that measurables and how high and how tall you are and how big you are, like in weight, how much you love the game of football. And when I watch Tej Johnson play the game of football, bro, this shit is easy for him, bro. He's a football player. Tej Johnson from Oregon,
yeah,
he's gonna be a player in this league. So somebody that you probably can't march out there and run a bunch of slants and run a bunch of in routes to get blown up in the middle. You probably don't want that. But put him in space, he working everybody that step in front of him out. Most. He fast. He a little fast motherfucker. And I like Xavier Restrepo too. I had on my eye on this guy for a long time. Maybe not as quick as a Tej Johnson, but he is a glove. He catching everything. He runs the right routes. got quick feet. He just like Julian Edelman from the New England Patriots when he was playing with the Patriots. So I got a couple guys. I like Tez Johnson and I like Xavier Restrepo.
For sure. Well, we're gonna keep on doing this thing, Tonio. We appreciate the call. Let's go ahead and dive into this next one, Cdub. This next one is from Xavier.
X.
What's going on, guys? This is Xavier calling in, man. I just want to address something real quick. Like everybody, during the first 3 years of the Ryan Post era, has been criticizing this man, and I agree he ain't been perfect, bro. But no GM is perfect, bro. I look at what Ryan Post is doing right now, and it's similar to me. I'm comparing it to Howie Roseman of the Eagles, bro. And don't get me wrong, I get it. He's not Howie, because of the lore of the Eagles winning 2 Super Bowls in the past 10 years. They've won with the one with Nick Foles, and then this one with Jalen Hurts. So I'm not saying that he's Howie Roseman just yet, but I'm saying he makes the correct moves, and he fucks up sometimes. Like, it happens being the GM, bro. So we got to look at the Nate Davis move. Offensive line was needed. It sucked. Nate Davis came in and was a fucking bust. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. The Chase Claypool, we needed a wide receiver to try and see if Justin Fields was going to be that guy. That didn't work out because Claypool, is a fucking head case. And then, shit, like, everybody's acting like the DeAndre Swift signing was a bad move. It really wasn't, bro. And, I mean, it's like, damn, like, bro, he's trying to get weapons. So he tried and he failed. But we also got to look at what he did drafting Caleb, drafting Darnell Wright, drafting uh, Kyler, I think. I think he was a Kyler. I think Kyler Gordon came under him. It's like, man, like, bro, he's Tyrese Stevenson. He's done some good things. And then in this free agency, he swung for the fences and he got what was needed, bro, offensive line. It took him 3 years to do it, but he did it. But what I'm saying is, bro, a GM is going to swing and miss, bro. They don't always hit. Howie Roseman didn't always hit with the Eagles. So, and we see what he does. Like, he replenishes talent over there because he swings and misses. And sometimes he swings and he hits, bro. So it's like, you got to give him time, bro. We can't keep going through GMs. And he's been one of the most productive GMs in franchise history, in my opinion, because he actually is calculated with the moves he's making. It's not like he's just making moves and pulling them out of his ass, bro. The moves that he did make for those free agents and things like that, and trades that he made for Claypool, it was calculated moves and things that we needed. So I feel like everybody just needs to chill, give this man some time, let him cook, bro. Because, like, at the end of the day, bro, constantly switching out GMs, that ain't gonna work. And I feel like he has the right mind in place to understand cap management and necessities at the time. Did he wait too long?
All right. So we heard from Xavier, man. Well thought out take. I appreciate it. Cdub, what you got for us?
Yeah, so you want to say that the media or the fans are being a little overcritical of Ryan Poles. And I do agree with you. Ryan Poles positives severely outweigh the negatives that he's done. But that's not be blind and not recognize that he is not perfect. He definitely isn't perfect. There's no GM that's going to be perfect. There's no deals. Every deal that any GM in the NFL makes is not going to be perfect. Just look at a few misses for Ryan Poles. Waited too long to get rid of Waldron. That's a miss. Took too long to get rid of Eberflus. That's a miss. And I think I think this is one of his problems that he really got to get too attached to some players. I think too emotionally attached to some players. As we seen, what's that kid name who came back in the last couple of weeks? He brought him in. He cried when he had to let him go in Hard Knocks and shit.
I know you're talking about. I think it's Adrian Colbert or something.
Adrian Colbert. I think he a little bit too attached, but he's a young guy. He's learning the job, and I think he's did a great job so far. No GM is ever going to be perfect, and this guy Ryan Poles is far from being perfect.
I agree with that. And I just want to provide some context, y'all. How bad was Chip Kelly for the Eagles? That was Howie Roseman. How bad was it for drafting Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson?
Bad.
That was really bad. How bad was it drafting JJ Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf?
Who?
Exactly. Who? Who?
Who is that?
Exactly. So, and that's just a few examples. You know what I'm saying? Is every GM, they're going to make their mistakes.
Yeah.
Every GM, they're not going to be able to hit on everything. But the thing is that you got to look at, and to provide context, is how quick does a GM realize that they messed up? Because you see situations to where, let's just look at a situation today. If you would have paid Jamar Chase a year ago, you would have saved some money. If you would have paid T. Higgins 2 years ago, you would have saved some money. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. If you would have paid Dak Prescott before everybody else got paid, you wouldn't be paying Dak Prescott as the highest paid quarterback in the league. For what? You wouldn't be paying CeeDee Lamb all that money. You wouldn't allow Myles Garrett to make $40 million before you sign Michael Parsons. Max Crosby to make $35 million before you sign Michael Parsons. The only point is that you got to be able to move fast once you realize the mistake has been made.
Absolutely.
Now we can argue, and we don't have to argue the Matt Eberflus stuff, but we can look at Chase Claypool, realize it wasn't gonna happen, got his ass up out of there. Nate Davis got him up out of there. And we can't sit up here and act like we didn't like the moves when they happened. Yeah, we can criticize and critique them once the players came onto the team. But last time I checked, we was excited about Nate Davis coming to the Chicago Bears. We was excited for Chase Claypool to come to the Chicago Bears. Mm-hmm. So the only point is that, yes, he's made his mistakes, but he's been able to pivot off of those mistakes and make some solid decisions.
Yeah.
It ain't all been perfect. We still got ways to go. It is what it is. Just to provide context, y'all. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But great call from my man Xavier. We appreciate that. All right, Cdub, the last one on the day. This one's from Keys.
Keys.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Keys, man, on this lovely Friday afternoon. Hope all is well with you. And the weather is nice in the city, so yeah, stay safe. Y'all already know. But let's get to it. Hey, man, Hayes, listen to the afternoon show. As always, you guys always do a phenomenal job. But I just thought about something in my head. You mentioned something about the cap space being like $27 million, somewhere around there. And I factor in like the draft picks that you're going to have and everything of that nature like that, right? And Poles being a smart guy that he is. I'm just thinking, and this is a question for you guys. I know a lot of people will oppose to this, but one of Caleb's favorite weapons last year was Keenan Allen. And, you know, although he didn't have the type of year he had in 2023 like he did in 2024, I think having that veteran presence does help. But it's, at the end of the day, it's got to come down to what Ben Johnson wants and does he fit the scheme and X, Y, Z, all that other stuff, right? But he and Cooper Kupp hasn't gotten the market that they expect to get, like 20, 25 million. Now, I do think those guys are still productive. I just don't think they worth the money like Devontae Adams just got. That's just what I believe. But having those two sure hands on the team along with a DJ Moore and a Roma Dunze, it don't hurt. But this is just what I want to pose to you guys. Would you be opposed to, if the market gets dry for Cooper Kupp or Keenan Allen, not bringing them back to be that third wide receiver, that possession receiver where they may not need as many touches? They still need their touches, but, you know, just having that third guy who's reliable. I wouldn't be opposed to it, long as it's a fair contract. Give them a couple of years, you know, just bring them in. I know we got to get the talent that is younger, the ball and everything like that. Some people may think it may be too much for Caleb to force the ball or get the ball to other players, but, you know, that's just what I'm thinking, man. And then, yeah, man, so let me know what you guys think. As always, shout out up, fair down.
All right. Shout out to my man's Keys. I think that was a hell of a
That's a great question.
voicemail along with all the other ones as well. But me personally, it's a hell no for Keenan Allen. And I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. It's just I think he still got some juice, but I just don't think that his skill set right now for what I want fits what I believe is going to help the Chicago Bears be more explosive and more efficient. I think that when they picked up the new guy, Armalade, I think that's a solid move that you can go out there and make for the simple fact that this is a speed guy who only caught 45 passes, 506 yards, and was able to take the top off like I expect the third wide receiver to do. And that's Keenan. I believe he had his moments with the Bears. I just think that right now you need speed out of the wide receiver number 3. And I feel like personally the wide receiver room was just too damn congested last season. Yeah, guys ate. DJ still ate. Rome ate a little bit. Keenan ate a little bit. But I want my two main guys to be DJ Moore and Rome. I want Rome to take a huge step forward. And then I want Cole Kmet to be that third receiver. I want Cole Kmet to thrive as the third guy or the big impact guy or to be that security blanket for Caleb Williams because that's what we paying him to do. I still like Keenan Allen as a player. I still think he got juice left. But I just don't see him returning as a Chicago Bear. That's why the Chicago Bears have not had conversations with him. I think the writing's on the wall for him. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. I got one question to you, nephew, and it's going to fix my opinion about this situation. Great question, by the way, from Keys. You think Keenan Allen will take 6 or 7 million?
No.
Oh, then that's a no for me because it's going to cost too much money to keep a guy like Keenan Allen. I agree with nephew that we need speed. I think I look at Keenan Allen at this point in his career as a possession receiver. He's going to move the chains for you. Nothing else really is nothing that's popping off the screen. Got gray hands. That's all you got. It's time to get younger at that position and a lot cheaper because I think that's going to be 10, 11 million to keep him. And I really don't like to be talking about money, but I know that's the way he's going to go. He's a grizzled veteran and he's going to want his paper. But if he can go and take 5, 6, 7 million, I'm with it. Come on back. But he not.
Just to provide context, DeAndre Hopkins went to the Ravens for $5 million.
Oh, come on.
Cooper Kupp just got signed yesterday for 15.
Yikes.
They
overdid it with Coop.
You pick your poison. I still think he got some left in the tank. I just don't think it's gonna be anything we trying to utilize in Chicago. Personally.
Have you ever seen a wide receiver fall off the map that fast? He went from MVP of the Super Bowl to the third or second best wide receiver on the Rams. Because Puka is that Puka? Yeah, that's Puka is the best wide receiver on there, even when Cooper Kupp was healthy.
Yeah.
This man then fell off the fucking map, bro.
It's crazy. Them injuries caught up.
Yeah.
But hey, that is it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Leave us that feedback, your comments, concerns down in the comment box below. Don't go too crazy. Let's have a good dialogue about today's topic. And y'all make sure y'all stay locked in. If you want to be a part of the Mailbag episode, call in, state your name, leave your tape. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm Bobby. That's Cdub. Chi-Town up and bet down. We up out of here. Peace.
Ooh, Genty and Rojo in the backfield.
No way.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.